All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we are August 26, 2026. It's currently 5:13 here, and I am about to start watching the reunion for Let's Marry Harry. So, a couple of vlogs ago, I was biking and I was watching this. I had made my predictions of kind of what I thought the show would be, what would be the vibes, if he was like genuinely interested in actually getting married, or is it just, another show? They're not actually going to be legally married. So I kind of had given a bit of my overview of what I thought it was going to be, and now here we are. They just released the premiere of the reunion, I think, yesterday, Wednesday. So I'm gonna watch it and give my review. Yeah, thought it'd be a little something different. I might work in some weights during the review and me watching it. I had done a vlog like that, I think, last Friday. I was watching anime and I was lifting, so if it's not now, I'll be doing that after I finish this. So tomorrow I work from home. I'm able to sleep in a little bit. So I got one load of laundry going. Because I'm leaving tomorrow for the cottage, I had to start my chores a little earlier so that I'm not like rushing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll just be finalize packing and get the cooler bag downstairs, and yeah, so nothing too crazy, but should be a good weekend. And yeah, I'm pretty excited, so let's let's watch this. Okay, so it's just the overview of the season right now.
We're not seen other fiancés. Harry didn't marry. Please welcome back the women of Let's Marry Harry. Welcome, ladies. You guys all look
All right, I'm all
beautiful.
settled in.
So now, I'm excited to talk to you about that wedding day and everything that went down. But first, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. It's been interesting rewatching and reliving all of this. It's been a roller coaster, definitely. Today I'm doing okay. Everything about you. Let's go over, and we'll get into all of it. But first, unless we're living under a rock, we all know who Harry is, or who he was. We saw him on previous shows. We knew his reputation. We also knew his dating history. So I asked, why of the 20 beautiful, intelligent women wants to marry Harry? Emma, do you think Harry Jowsey was husband material? I would say absolutely fucking not. And I say that with the context that we all knew what we were getting into before we went into it. So that means that every single one of us in here saw some potential in him, saw something in him that we could see ourselves with. I think that, we saw these certain intentions. We considered a lot of past relationships that he's completed some of them and done with others. I think throughout this process, we saw a lot of him falling into those same habits. But at the same time, I saw a lot of growth, and I wouldn't have stayed until the final five unless I saw something in him that I wanted to be my future husband. So, do I think he was ready at the end of it all? Maybe not. But do I think he is going to be one day? Absolutely. What was that thing that you saw? I think just his genuine, charismatic, fun-loving self. He cares so deeply about the friends in his life, his family. You can tell he wants a family so bad for himself. I think that was really what kind of ignited my excitement to see if there's You're facing 20 women, there are going to be some circumstances that pull you into these bad habits, and we all have that. Yeah, even for instance, that I was
I don't know who the host is.
wanted to be a different person.
I'm not sure I'm feeling her vibe.
He was going to be a different person before he hit this struggle.
Let's.
Other shows, guess what? I was kind of seeing a different side of him. And you're like, oh my god, girl, I don't know. But there is something magnetic about Harry. And I know Harry does. And Abby, walk me through what it's like when you're with him, looking into those people's eyes. There's something about him.
Dude has the rhythm, but he's also had practice. There's a reason why he's the certified fuckboy. He knows what he's doing. Like, he can captivate you in a conversation. He makes eye contact. When you're having a conversation, he makes you feel heard and just like he's listening to you and he's in the moment with you. So, I mean, he's good at what he does. And what he does is be a fuckboy.
Sometimes it's hard to know. I mean,
It's hard to know.
I just got sidetracked here. Reunion host. Why
And
didn't.
it's like, okay, yeah, you're telling me what I want to hear. You're really good at what you do, boy.
Haley Bailey?
who was skeptical here.
Who's Haley
Almost
Bailey?
from the very beginning, and has
Also
been
known as
skeptical
Haley
after the show
Khalil.
aired. And that's Shane.
Yeah.
You were skeptical the entire time.
Weird, I think I googled her recently for some reason.
And now that you've seen the show, do you think that you were right?
Definitely, I think watching it back, my skepticism was validated and tenfold. Even living in it and watching it back, he treated the house like it was a brothel. I think he wanted a TV show where he could live in a mansion with 20 women, and I think that's every lust-driven man's dream. I think that he definitely wasn't ready for marriage, and it's okay if you want to be a player and you want to be passed around like that, then go ahead and do it. Let it run its course, but don't sit here and act like you're ready to settle down and get married. Like, we're not stupid. And yeah, we saw in his actions during filming. I mean, the way that he carried himself, like he had girls like queued up, like he's Santa Claus or something. Like, okay, your turn, who's next? Your turn, who's next?
There was a line.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that maybe we need to do like a season 2 where it's him versus 20 therapists versus 20 women. And 20 episodes of him working on himself. I think that would probably do really well, and I think that people would love to see that.
I have to say that you weren't the only one, though, that was skeptical of him. It felt like audiences were skeptical of Harry from the very beginning, and he was taking a lot of heat for the way that he was moving the house.
Of course, like.
Making out. The way later.
Anyways.
Harry was kissing everybody.
Oh, the secret?
I mean, yes and no. I will say, watching it back, my first reaction was, damn it, boy. Like, what are we doing here? I think we all walked into this expecting that he'd be getting to know every single girl, though, and so it was part of it, right? Like, I was shocked that he was moving the way that he was, but not that he kissed every girl.
So I was about discussing more about how he went about it.
Right. He's a great kisser. I mean, I think we would all agree to that. We all attest, right?
Oh, you said no.
I didn't kiss it, but I know plenty of people who do not think he's a great kisser. We'll kiss it,
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle back to
We
that.
should do that. A hand raise of everybody that can hand raise.
And a hand raiser who hated it, because I know plenty of you girls have told me in confidence that it was not a good kiss. So don't lie now.
No, because I just like to block it out. Many things I like to block out.
I get it. We're all trauma bonded here, I feel like.
Yeah, that's our trauma.
But I know Harry was making out all over the house, and Faith, you were eliminated from the show because Harry didn't like the fact that you talked about your situation with him and how you kissed with the other girls. Then to watch the show back and see that he, after he sent you home, was making out with everyone, pretty much in front of everyone.
Yep.
How did you feel about that?
Okay, Lee. So I was pretty upset, honestly, because for one, I wasn't even the one that told the whole house about the kiss. Funny enough. I mean, they know who they are, so I don't have. Yeah.
You must have put anyone on blast.
Yes, no, I was called braggadocious for apparently kissing and telling when I wasn't even the one that told the whole house. But obviously, when the house knew, they're gonna ask me. So, what was I supposed to do? I wasn't gonna lie. There's no point in lying.
Well, I know that, Rakaya, you were pretty vocal about what he was doing in the house. What was it about what he was doing that made you so upset?
Well, I think when we all joined this experience, we were expecting him to be more intentional, and immediately he showed a lack of self-control.
Right.
And it was a little much. On night 3, things getting hot and heavy to me, my future husband. Even if you are presented with 20 beautiful, intelligent, smart, funny women, you're still going to act accordingly if you truly want to find your future wife.
Right.
So it went great, so I thought. Until afterwards, when I believe it was Danelle and Braylee specifically, we were roommates very close, and I let them know how our conversation went. I know a lot of women were having similar feelings and feeling a little weird about how I'm moving, so I let them know how my conversation went. Next thing I know, they were coming into the daybed saying, Harry told us we weren't allowed to kiss him on the daybeds because you're watching, you're a share of him. And any other girl can pipe in on this because I know different conversations were had, but I know he verbalized he wasn't allowed to kiss them. I was watching.
Well, have you struggled with any sort of like confrontation, like real conversation? Like he very much voiced to me the fact that he was like, no one's allowed to kiss me, or kind of like super upset about this on the day that he's like, no, don't kiss me, don't touch me. I honestly like he talks about this. He had a moment where I was like, I don't know if I liked you when we were filming and stuff because he had like heavily like pushed this narrative that you were crazy and controlling and like
I was so confused. Why?
Were you comfortable kissing him? I mean, watching the show back, it seems like, to play devil's advocate, most people were.
I kissed him. I kissed the shit out of him.
I know that your conversation with him slowed him down for a little bit.
Porch light
Not
flicker
very long.
on the siding.
Here's a scene that didn't
Moths
make it into
dancing
the
like they
season.
know
Ooh.
Take a look.
Porch
Sneak
light
peek.
flicker on the siding. Moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed.
He's smacking
But
on girls
tonight,
like in public common
the
areas.
world's in tune.
I don't want to see that.
Old chair arms beneath me. Plank boards keep the time.
Ah, he was confronted about all the kissing.
Plank boards keep the time. If it's sounding perfect, that's how it's mine. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Someone left the radio humming low next door. Static sings the harmony.
okay, you can't kiss your soon-to-be wife. How is this gonna work?
I couldn't ask for more.
She's standing right there.
Dude.
I took a great break. I would like to discuss with everyone. A lot of us had conversations with him where he said, can't touch you, and he's past the platonic line and into the romantic level. And I can't do that as a king, he said. So, no more kiss and bark. I agree. I feel like we should all like tell him like, we're good. Yeah. I want to make out with
Let
him
the
and when I want
porch
to.
light burn on
Fans
me.
look at themselves. What is the
Let
rule when
the
it comes to
shadows
kissing?
play.
Whole conversation.
Yeah, the porch light burn on
We all want to come
Keep the
kiss
night
you.
from
Okay,
drifting
everyone at
away.
once, okay?
This ain't heaven.
Like, kissing 20 different girls? Like, I don't know, man. That's.
Now I'm going to bed a happy man.
Kiss and Margot! Kiss and Margot! You know what? I do think because of, I know my conversation and confrontation with him went really well, and Keeks did too. I think that when we all kind of came together and heard that all of these confrontations were actually really healthy, felt really healthy, and were executed
Fire burned
what
out.
felt like very maturely, that's when that I think we all felt comfortable to be like, okay guys, we're all on the same page. No one's saying, Harry, don't touch
Turn
this
so
with anyone else. We're just
cold on me,
saying, we're gonna do
baby.
it, move about it respectfully.
And you'll
Don't
miss
be
my
like
love.
backing on someone, sucking on their chin in front of the next girl. Have your moment. No one's uncomfortable here. We are all living in the same house. We know
Fire
it's gonna happen in
burned
front of us,
out.
but there's a respectful way to go about it. Right?
Fading
interactive drama amongst the women as well.
Oh,
And one of the women at the center of the drama was Juliana. Unfortunately,
right.
Juliana declined her invitation to the reunion, which I know is a bummer because I have a lot of questions for her, and I know that you guys probably have a lot of questions for her as well. Sammy, I know that you and Juliana did not get along on the show. We saw that. What was it about?
Juliana and I are two completely different people. She was crying on night 2 that you were saying we don't even know her. Like, the night 2 are you crying?
Oh, Juliana.
Special. And like I remember thinking
Right.
she slept under me. And I was so proud. We were bumping. So I bumped her and I'm just like, oh my. Is she serious? Like it's night 2. You literally don't even know this girl. Why is she crying? There are girls consolidating her. I'm like, is that the right word?
Oh my god.
All I can do is
When you went home, you called Juliana.
Awkward.
Rocker.
Someone got this editing my phone, but there was a lot that happened the night before that was not shown. And off the hinges, there was doors being slammed.
What?
I mean, my dog going home. I ran to my room and they didn't have locks on the doors in this house. And I was scared a little bit. Like everyone cover. I was trying to get under that bunk bed and there's only like 2 inches. But it was the night before I was sent home. So it went from 9 to 7 girls when he saved Juliana.
Yep.
After they had a big blow up upstairs that was not shown. But I was there. I asked her about it the next morning after I seeked shelter and woke up alive. She said the night was great, talking to her future husband, acted like nothing
Fortunately, they
happened.
told my mama
I'm not gonna
before I
bring
saw
other
the
people in it,
sun.
but that is why I said she was off her rocker because
Said your boy's gonna love too
off the
hard.
absolute hinges the
And
night
break
before,
more
where
than one.
I even was honestly surprised.
You gonna make sweet
What the heck?
women
Like, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but the
laugh and cry.
Sammy too. Everybody's kind of getting up on Sammy.
in a whole
Like, what
wide
the
world.
You know, Sammy was laughing at something.
Gonna ask him
I
why.
know explained, and it's almost like nothing really came to light. I'm sure.
But you know
because I
I'm
genuinely
torn.
was not laughing at her.
Everybody
I
Like,
knows.
genuinely?
She turned, she's like, what's
Yeah,
up,
you
honey?
know I'm a
Wait, I
midnight
didn't even hear what
man.
you were saying.
Everybody knows
Girls, like,
I'm
behind the
torn.
camera. And if you go on my TikTok, you can see she constantly
Got a
camera
black
rolls on my
cat
TikTok.
on
I know
and
you're
a
laughing
heart
out loud.
turned
Please stop,
blue.
please stop, please
Got a
stop.
letter from
And
my
she
baby
knows
saying
that, like,
I'm
I
done
couldn't hear what they were saying. One of the producers had pulled me for an interview. I was sitting in the corner minding my business, and then me and the camera girl were laughing together. And then Juliana
I'm
turned
gonna
around to
make
me
you
about her.
good.
She's like, what's
Leave me
so
by
funny? And
my
I
hand.
literally was
Then
like,
the crowd
do you have
gon'
anyone in the
cry
house?
for the
Was I hiding from the
midnight
camera
rain.
the entire night? Like, I was hiding from my book. Like, I was just trying to, like, get to know Mary. I was confused. I was overwhelmed. And
But you know
I think a lot of
I'm
girls
torn.
felt that, like, I really
Everybody
know
knows I'm torn.
I didn't mean to come off that way.
Yeah, you know I'm a midnight.
There's been a lot of drama over social media. Damn, 3 ads? Like over a minute? The world. Are you watching? I think I'm gonna go get some dinner. I'll just do a little bit of cereal.
I'll put a little bit of closet time. I mean, I've been locked up in a house with 19 other girls. I don't have to get to the closet time, man. That happened. The issue about that was, I'm pissed that Juliana went to social media hinting that there was multiple girls that he slept with that night. I was the one that told her at my house in Louisiana.
In Louisiana?
And then she went onto social media.
And she went to social media and the question was like, how do you feel that Harry slept with Amber the night you got eliminated? She started off the answer with, look, in the past, it's in the past. I moved on. I'm in a great relationship now. But he wasn't the only one.
So she threw you under the bus.
So like, no, you didn't say my name, but you said
Got a black king glitter.
say that. But that didn't need to be put in your Instagram. You can stop that. I'm so happy. I'm in a relationship. Exactly. I told you that as a friend to a friend. I'm like,
Yeah, black king glitter.
she texted me and she was like,
Came this very
Liana post about me and I'm like,
Said my baby gone away.
yeah, you didn't have to do that.
And my good luck so gone.
Like, that wasn't cool. You did that for attention. Like, you wanted people to be like, oh, Juliana said that before it happened. She went out of power. Come on.
The closet was a main stop. Were there any other spots
Folded that paper.
that were spots where there were no cameras?
Laid it on my bed.
All quite comfortable.
Whoa.
Wait, what did she say?
The production band.
Folded that
We made it great.
paper.
The production bands.
Laid it on
What?
my bed.
They got it. So you watched me drive away in the van, and I kind of sat down.
Every
I didn't have sex with
word
her.
she wrote come my poor heart did. Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor. Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor. Ain't no sound of laughing.
You look kind of the first time
Just
where
a
I was like,
ghost at my door.
emotional into you. I hate saying that. It's all I did emotionally towards him. So I was like, ooh, next stop is physically, whatever. I didn't have that plan in my head. I just said, after our chat on the beach, after our date, it went so well. I like being involved with you and in your area. So we were going home. Sadly, stuff wrong to me that he had left. I was not going like that. But we were in the production van, and this was kind of the time where we didn't have mics on or cameras around us. So we were just kind of in the back of the van, and
I
that's
said,
when I
Lord,
realized my life
have
with
mercy.
him, just sitting in the back of the car,
Take this pain
You know what I
from
mean? It felt nice.
It felt like the right moment.
It did. It was like a good moment. I had a really good day. And then
Yeah, Lord, have
one
mercy.
thing led to another. Worked in the mansion, the driver
Take
got
this
out,
pain from
In the van.
y'all know how that happened. Y'all know how that happened, right?
So then the night.
If I can't find decent
The
living,
night with Amber came later.
let that
So
river
you guys
set
had
me
already
free.
Right,
met each other in the production van.
right.
One of the most talked about moments of the season revolved around the moment where Sam walked upstairs to see Harry. I thought that she heard him in the shower with Amber. She confronts him about it. Harry lied. But in his mind, she protects him. Sam, I got feeling pretty much the entire time that Harry was lying to you. How were you feeling about hearing this from Abby? Watching it back and seeing that he did in fact lie to you.
Honestly, I was fucking missed completely. I think I was sitting there staring at my TV, screaming, laughing, like hysterically, like I was ready. So many opportunities to just like come forward and say it's true.
Something I can do for you,
And I think
darling.
what upset me the most is like he
would make you smile. It's not that I was naive to think that you wanted to sleep with other people. If that's his business, that's fine. However, like, we wanted to know in real life, you know, and
Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow,
yeah, but I think
but
there's still
I
a way in
promise you
protecting your
for
partner,
sure,
being like,
girl,
hey,
my
Sam,
love is always
Amber and I
yours.
had an intimate moment.
I
And
love
just
you,
like I
Sky.
would do with you, there are certain
Love
parts
you,
of
great.
my intimate relationships with each of you that I do want private, and that's what I'm going to respect with you as well. Yeah, and I think there's a way better way you could have gone about it, but we could be done. It is a sneaky way. Well, okay, you know, anyway, yeah, sure, it's confusing, whatever. We got some of the things like
I
that.
didn't know
Like, this is my relationship with him. In that moment, he chose Amber.
that I would find
Send me home. Like, if you're not gonna be honest or not, whatever. Like, I told him, I will leave. And
you can
he sat
see
there and he wanted to receive it. Like, he
in
kept
my
looking
eyes
away, but I was like, look me in the eyes and tell me you didn't get it. I promise you didn't do this.
something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow, but I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours.
And I don't know, I thought maybe I'll just fall into that again with Mary and just to watch it all play back. It was really
I mean, I've been there as a girl where you're struggling with your head and your heart.
yeah.
So it's a very normal experience to question yourself, especially when you fall in love with somebody or when you're starting to get those feelings.
I think it shows a little bit. What?
I think it struck a nerve a little bit with him. I think that's why he reacted that way.
Yeah, he his demeanor changed in a scary way. Rewatching that back,
It is
it's a scary fucking take.
the minute he
She like wasn't gonna be intimate with you. He was like,
everything. This is not shown. He literally has his thing. He's like, see you elimination smile, finger guns and all. I was like, okay, bye then.
Harry will be out here, so we can ask him
Ew.
about that moment. Ask him what was supposed to be.
Our serious conversation the entire time. When it was supposed to be like, we had hours to talk because I was like, I don't want to go back to the hotel room. Like, I'd rather just talk now. And he was like, okay, great. Anyways, bye. It's just hard.
It's really hard, and you left the show. The two women remained on the show and made it to the final day. One of them was Janelle. Janelle, I want to talk first about the wedding day. It was hard for, I think, everyone to watch that because as women, we've all been there. Been blindsided by something. We thought that somebody was our
Blindsided.
It turns out that they're not. Walk me through what it was like to rewatch that day.
I was terrified to turn on the TV that morning. I was like mentally preparing myself for it. Watching it just really, I think it hurt me the most to see myself and how painful it was for me in that moment. And to like relive it, it definitely made me cry.
Was that the first time you had put on a wedding dress?
Yeah, first time wearing wedding dress.
Throughout the season, I could tell that you were convinced that Harry was your person.
Yeah.
What was it that made you so sure?
Harry made me so sure. He told me everything I wanted to hear, told me he loved me. We talked about our future. He just made me feel so confident that there was no way it wasn't gonna be me. I was so sure.
We saw the moment where he gave you the second ring.
And yeah, he gave me the second ring. Yeah, I felt like that was a big step for us.
It almost felt like he was giving you additional time, additional moments.
Yeah, and we even had like 2 other dates too that weren't even aired. Like we had a lot of really good moments together. And just like even off camera, like the I love yous and
talking about our future and stuff like that. So
We actually have one of those clips here. There is an unseen clip of one of those conversations.
Oh, okay.
So look at home stretch today.
Calabasas in Melbourne.
And I thought, have you been in there? You didn't go?
I haven't been there, but
It's really pretty, but it's really weird because I started looking at like where I want to move to.
yeah.
First time in my life, I was like, where would Danielle want to go? And I'm like, or where would the person I envision Mary want to be? Never thought of that. I've never been like, oh, what about someone else?
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, the bare minimum. I mean, yeah, it was like, oh wow. And it's like, looking at this, it's like, I can't confirm any of these things.
That's what I was just thinking. You can't make these choices on your own.
But when I started, because like, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
figure this out.
I know for one, if a man started talking to me and asked me where I wanted to live, the location, the house that I wanted,
Okay.
I'd be pretty convinced that he was going to choose me.
Right?
Why do you think Harry chose Amber?
So when I was in it, you know, I was very unaware of how his relationship was with Amber. So
Right.
to actually watch it and see their connection, I genuinely was like, I see the appeal. You know, Amber is a great girl. She's beautiful. She has a great personality. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I truly think that Harry knew how serious I was, how committed I was to him. I was ready to walk down the aisle, and I think he wasn't so ready. And I think we saw that maybe Amber wasn't so ready either. And I
Yeah,
think she
that's
was
what I
ready.
thought. That
So you think if
the
he
safe
was
option.
truly ready to get married, that he's committed, and the day he was
Yeah.
but he knew that you wanted marriage,
Yes.
and you would have fought for it.
And he was ready.
A lot of people are curious to know that I know
I don't like her dress. The host.
Have you talked to Harry since then?
I have talked to Harry since the wedding day. So our first initial conversation was probably a couple weeks after we stopped filming. He just had reached out to check in on me, which I was kind of waiting for. I felt like he felt that respect to me to just, how are you doing? Because when you guys watch us on the screen and telling me that we're not getting married, it was a very short scene, and it literally was that short. It wasn't a long drawn out thing. He said, I just sat there and listened to everything that he said, and I was honestly just shocked, so I didn't have much to say. And I said, I don't really have anything else to say. So that scene was very short.
So you were expecting him to for some type of closure.
Exactly. Because I was like, that can't just be the end of all of this. Like, I still actually need to say something.
You felt like you owed it to him.
Exactly. And he did check with Amber first to make sure she was okay with him reaching out to me. So we had not a long conversation, but I expressed to him how I felt that day, how hurt I was, and on the first.
The wedding was in November.
Porch light flicker
Harry
on the
reached out to you
siding.
first
Moths
with
dancing like they know the tune.
Probably 2 or 3
Porch
weeks
light
after.
flicker on the
Amber's
siding.
Permission.
Yeah,
Moths
According to
dancing like
him,
they
or
know
according
the
to him?
tune.
according to him.
Every
It's
breath feels
kind
borrowed.
Did Harry reach out to you?
But tonight,
So yes, then
Oh.
probably a month and a half after that, it was mid-January. He reached back out to me, basically tells me that he's single and wants to see.
Oh.
playing boards, kick the time. Old chair home, let me bring boards, keep the time.
I feel like a lot of the girls here are like, oh, trash, why would you
That's how
entertain?
I
Thank
it's
you. We
mine.
understand the whole situation that you're in. Yeah. He would. I think that's
Someone
you, like, he's worth your time.
radio, humming low next door. Someone let the radio, humming low next door.
Because
Daddy
Dan
sings
had
the
you
harmony.
saw him at the wedding. You were in a wedding dress. He said,
I
I'm not
couldn't
marrying you.
ask for
Yeah.
more.
We saw what was it about what he said that made you want to love him? Or was it that he made you? He wasn't this guy.
So
It was about
Let the porch burn on
I was very vulnerable
Let the
at the time.
shadows
For
play.
one, I thought that I was
Yeah,
marrying
the
this
porch
man.
burn
I
on
was so deeply in love with him. You know, the second, you know, it's just, I was so heartbroken for so long.
This ain't
Reading, looking at my phone all the time, you know, when you just get like that. And when he finally reached out, I was like, oh my gosh, finally. You know, so I automatically was like, yes, like, I'm so excited to hear from you.
What happened after the text? Were there calls? Were there FaceTimes?
Yeah, so we talked for a few days, and you know, he's like, "What can I do to be nice and whatever?" I was like, "First of all, you can send me some flowers because I feel like I owe them or I deserve them." He did. I was like, "At least send me some flowers." I don't know. This is the only thing. And then after that, he was like, "I would love for you to come to LA, spend some time together." So yeah, I did. So very shortly after that, I flew to LA. I was there for 2 nights only.
Did you stay hotel?
I stayed with Harry. And you know, we kind of just picked right back up where we left off. So,
You landed in LA. You spent 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
With Harry. What happened during those 2 days? Were you on yes, physical?
Yeah, we were physical. We just hung out. Of course, we couldn't be like out running around LA or anything, so we kind of just stayed in, ordered food, watched movies, chit chat.
Did he say I love you?
We did say I love you. It was honestly just like what love was. It was instantly.
Oh my
And then
god.
the day he was driving me to the airport, I could just tell like he was being off. Really asked him a couple of times, and he just wanted to like look. In my head, he didn't give me a good answer, so I basically left for him.
Was that the last time you spoke to him? Have you spoken since that point?
I was pretty upset after that, letting him do that to me again. I did talk to him a few times, and then ultimately,
I'm free from your chain. Now, honey, I'm free from your chain. And now
Music, podcasts, audiobooks, all in one app.
all I can
Prophecy
do
is a
is
catering company that comes
bless your name.
That's where I feature on QuickBooks helps us grow the business by identifying sales opportunities and even helping us respond to them with generating responses directly in our inbox.
And then milk.
My darling, I have never loved anything more.
I shall order this Mandy's for you every day, princess.
Protein milk. Just logging my food.
Just post that you still have the ring, the small ring that he gave you. And usually, I know when I keep things on my exes, it's because there's something there. There's an unresolved feeling.
The fortune that he told my mama
Do you still have
before I saw the sun.
I'll always have love
Said your
for Harry.
boy's gonna love
Because
too
I
hard
wanted to marry the man.
and break more
Less than a
than
year ago.
one.
It hasn't even been that long, really.
You gonna make
But I
sweet
think with
women
everything that I've
laugh and
learned
cry
throughout this whole process,
in a
I
whole
don't
wide
think
world.
I have any want or need to accept.
Gonna ask him
Are
why,
you wearing the ring?
I'm wearing it. Everyone.
but you
has
know
so many
why
questions
I'm
about this damn
torn.
ring.
Everybody knows I'm torn.
You ready?
Yeah, you know I'm a midnight man. Everybody knows.
I think it's time we bring out the Harry and Amber.
Hair and amber.
baby saying I'm dumb.
Come on out!
I'm gonna make you good.
You are not the father.
My head, then the crowd gon' cry for the midnight man. Love and cry. Love and cry. But you know I'm torn. Everybody knows I'm torn. Yeah, you know I'm a midnight man. Everybody knows I'm torn. All right, baby. That's heartache.
Okay. It's almost done. Oh shit, there's another 43 minutes? God damn. God damn. Well, so now Harry and Amber are getting there.
Oh, baby.
Awkward. This is so cringe.
Honestly, answer truthfully. Why?
That was why.
Okay.
Amber, what's your why?
Well, on the show, I had to worry about you moving in your way, fucking other girls on the show, and outside the
Got
show,
a black king glitter.
being one of them. You're untruthful.
Came this
You're
very
buying a house.
morning.
You fucking reach out to Janelle. Harry, everyone is watching you buy and buy and buy.
Yeah, black king glitter.
Yeah?
Came this very
Ooh, she means business. I need ice.
Said my baby gone away. And my good luck so gone. Folded that paper, laid it on my bed. Folded that paper, laid it on my bed. Every word she wrote me,
There.
my poor heart did. Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor. Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor.
I wanna add
Ain't no sound of laughing. Just a ghost at my door.
I would love for you to say.
We just weren't connecting. That was just the biggest thing. We just realized how we like each other's people.
Yeah, I don't like to enjoy being in a marriage where I'm gaslit, manipulated, and emotionally abused. So I fucking ran for the hills once I saw what you're about when the cameras cut.
Oh.
Thank you. Give an example.
Yeah, I
You're
wanna say
on the show, and you wanted to film with a big influencer girl, and you wanted to be seen left and right, and then hide me and tuck me away, and then
Got
you
spotted and they called me.
Yeah, and what did I say to you on the show? You bring me into the world, you better respect me. You
fucking treated me like trash the whole time. I was there for that. I witnessed them together in Australia.
You were in Australia.
I said,
Not randomly.
have mercy.
Wait, in Australia, I'll tell you about it.
Take this pain from
And then you met up.
We met up, yeah, and I spent more time with Amber there because
Yeah,
Amber
Lord, have
wasn't
mercy.
around.
Well, you guys just were getting drunk all day, and I don't want to do that.
Take
No,
this
we were
pain
having quality time.
Yes,
I'm sorry, were you like taking little strolls with influencer girls? Who, by the way, is now your girlfriend?
If I can't
You and your
find
fucking
peace
girlfriend on
in
her
living.
honeymoon. You're fucking big.
Honeymoon?
Yeah.
Let that
Oh, so
river
you get
set
married
me
and the next trip after is full of what? A fucking honeymoon. Wake up. This is let's get married, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Harry, I do want to give you a chance to respond.
I'm all good, it doesn't matter. Everyone.
It does matter. You made the show. Fucking speak up.
I need to show you.
You asked to be here. You told everyone you would be a husband, and then you get off the cameras and you want to act like a fucking pig and play in my face. You would have to hire the FBI for me to fucking speak to you after that. And that's why I left your life. And then you want to go right to fucking hell. And this is what you're willing to do? To me? No, you asked every girl in the cast what I'm up to, where we're at, if I was in Australia with them. Don't play like you're in a sticky situation you fucking ran to him. You could have asked me where we were at. You didn't. No.
I didn't want to waste no
I'm going to.
time.
So Harry reached out to me and he said, I'm single. He told me he was single. And you became the guy who jumped you in a fucking wedding and I was gonna marry him. Why would I leave? He never wanted to marry you. He told me that in New Zealand. Well, you didn't tell me that. Well, then you should have asked for it. Well, I should have asked you. Harry said you wanted to marry me. After we got off this fucking show, you didn't call me and ask me what I'm fucking wearing here. You could have taken the time to ask me if I was still married to Harry. You didn't. You slid in. You want to act like you're married to Joe. You're a fucking homewrecker. Honestly, no. You play like I don't think this is girl against girl. I don't think that. Honestly, I don't understand what I'm supposed to say. And I don't say what I want. Because you're acting here sitting pretty like you got the princess edit. When you fucking did what you did. What did I do though? You fucking mentioned how I was married to him. No, that is bad. No, you did bad. Wrong person. I'm thinking out on the wrong person. You lied to me. You didn't want to get the facts straight. You lied to me. If I'm going to bring up your nose, it's so far my ass. Asking him on the phone. No. You know what this is, Amber? It's not. You guys are going to win that. And resolve the mess that you fucking caused.
And then in the talk, there
No,
was
you
no.
caused it. Stop it.
I don't even know you. Relax.
You know, it's a filming show, and I think that's coming out. It's coming out from the time of the show till now. I have been asked to stay silent. For me to find out on Snapchat, on fucking Snapchat, by the way, which is so fair.
How did you find out about this on Snapchat?
She posted
We got down in Australia. Well, I'm not like.
Because Harry's biggest cop out, you took the photo, you posted looking like a fucking weirdo on the fence kissing the nut.
Something obviously happened in Australia. Harry, you're saying you broke up in Australia. Amber, you're saying you did not break up in Australia.
If I was allowed my phone, I'd show you this. If you wanted clarity, then don't go to the man who lied to you and dusted in your grass. Don't go to him. That's your opinion. No, it's facts. It's about my clarity, my opinion onto the person. You're not anything that I'm worth. Don't stand my head. Not that you ever considered me. If you wanted clarity, you could have asked the girl who you chose to marry, who was married to him. As you watched us in Australia, and as you knew, you could have asked. Okay. Because you've been asking everyone the whereabouts, which I've heard. I'm not going to drag anyone else into it. Don't act confused. No, I'm confused. Oh, are you confused? I'm confused why you think I should reach out to you and ask you if you're.
This is so awkward.
First of all. Second of all, on the wedding day,
Cringe.
I was devastated, right? I thought I was marrying Harry. I was heartbroken. I'm sure you probably thought, wow, Danielle's probably really sad today, right? Time goes by. I didn't hear a word from you. You never checked in on me, made sure I was okay. So why do you think that we're like friends and like I should have been reaching out to you? So if we're friends, I'm the girl who be married. So girl, like he's telling me he's single. Let's just
Girl situation. Danelle fully thought that she was getting married to Harry just like you did, and her heart was broken. I just think that it's a completely different situation, and that's not.
That's not on you either. That's not your fault. Neither on Harry behind your back. How would you feel? Just tell me now. Behind my back. Clarify behind my back. You knew we got married, right? Okay, girl, why would I check with you? I haven't talked to you in months. The first time I talked to you was because I reached out to you and followed you on Instagram, and then you did a message, and then I messaged you. You never cared to reach out to me. You want the real fucking truth? You called the producer, you asked to talk to Harry. Harry asked me, can I talk to Dad? I said, because I felt like he owed me that conversation. You don't want to let me tell the story? Do you want to? Okay, you can say your side.
And when are you talking about the conversation that you had?
Our first very honestly, just a shift because you're confused and frustrated because he played you too. Yes. No, honestly, I'm mad at you, but I wanted that skin because this man played as fuck. You're not mad. I know you are. He's weird as fuck. Yeah. I get that. So, at the end of the day, I'm disappointed in you, honestly, but I'm more disappointed in him.
Okay.
To be honest. I'm disappointed today too.
We're all a little disappointed.
No, and that's the truth.
So I picked up a gimbal for Disney. This is something I can use for filming in the parks, and I can use it here too. And you can use it to take family photos, family videos, and it's supposed to help with like smooth motion, you know, when you're taking videos. And so far, I'm just getting used to the controls. It's a little bit like hard to get used to, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. Right now the camera's on 1x, so I'm just figuring out if this good distance. I don't want it to be too close either, but you know, holding it out like a decent distance, it's not so bad. It's just something to get used to. I think it's pretty cool so far. I've been playing with it today, and yeah, we'll see. So this is what it looks like if I'm just filming an area, part of the mess. But, you know, this is our couch. Ooh, check out the couch. Check out the coffee table. Ooh, check out the seats. Very cool. Oh, a kitchen with stuff in it. Ah. But yeah, definitely smooth. Like, oh, pretty cool.
Timeline. Because I'm hearing that there might be
Yeah, let's hear it.
2 different timelines.
We broke up in Australia, and then me and Adele were texting after I reached out and just cleared everything out, make sure she was
The first-
which I
the
did
first
say
one.
use, make sure it's okay to speak.
Wrong timeline. It's not true.
So you
If
get
it was okay if I told her.
When we came out the show a week later, I actually did consider Janelle a lot. And you know what I said to my wedding day? I said, you must feel so conflicted right now because you just went through a breakup. And the first question, if there was a tape, when I knew I was getting married, I asked husband now. That is, I swear to fucking God, roll the tape, I asked them. I said, you must feel 1,000 different things right now. You act like it was all good. That was on you.
I do want to give Harry a chance just to, so we can hear your side of the story, because I do know that there are 2 sides to every story.
Yeah, for sure. Again, the Australian trip, I think the whole thing was just conflicted. Like, it's hard to go through a breakup, have strong feelings for someone that doesn't feel confident in life. And I think that anyone in my position would be super confused, and it's a very niche spot to be in. And then, yeah, once we left Australia, we just, again, things just weren't clicking, and that's fair. And then
Why did we get 2 steps in Australia?
we just went together, and it didn't matter if I fell asleep, we could put it up, and then know what you wanted to eat.
No, it's not. It's not like that. What's it?
Right. Come on, you were like that. It was crazy. You're yelling at me in
She
Australia.
wanted to come off the show and be seen and seen with another influencer while trying to hide his relationship because we weren't allowed to be seen.
So basically, what happened?
He would manipulate me all the time and make me feel. Okay, never. Because you're not saying the truth, Harry.
We do need to give Harry a chance.
It'd be nice.
No, no matter what we feel, we do need some
Yeah.
inspirations.
So obviously we got spotted, it was on a T page when we went to Hawaii. So after that, Netflix spotted me like, you're not meant to be outside together. So it's very
Porch light
difficult to be in a
flicker
relationship,
on
just
the
marry
siding.
someone, wanting to
Moths
spend
dancing
time
like
with
they
them,
know
and then not being able to do
Porch
normal
light
things. Like we
flicker
always would
on the
just stuff in the
siding.
hotel room or whatever.
Moths dancing
And then
like
once
they
we went to
know
Australia, I tried to time it perfect.
Every
No
breath
flight was
feels
up behind, I can't
borrowed.
pick her up, go straight back to the hotel.
But
We go to the hotel, the water
tonight,
pipe burst.
the world's
In the
in
elevator,
tune.
so we can't go up the elevator. So we're sitting in a corner tucked away. Someone walks over, takes a photo of us. And then it ends up on the T page again. I immediately get a call from Netflix. What are you doing? So my friend was there with
Old
us.
chair horns beneath
Like, let's just post
playing boards, keep the time. Old chair horns
Were you there, Amber, when he was
beneath playing
filming with
boards,
Steve
keep the time. If this sounding perfect,
Where did things that go wrong? Because it feels like that was part of why you're upset.
It's the first time I've had that's the problem. You're finding Australia, right?
So you're filming with this female influencer who you say has boyfriend,
next door.
Yeah.
a established person in their life. What happens from there? You film with female influencer to throw people off.
He was in these situations and these environments that I told him on the show when I was filming with him, if you're gonna bring me into this, I trust that you'll protect this. You made this shift to be married. I trust that you'll choose the right environment to put me in. But she didn't.
So what was bad about the environment? Paint us the
He
picture.
was prioritizing being with this person and filming, and then pushing me to the side, and then making it as if it was my problem.
So you were hoping he would prioritize you in those moments.
You say you want to bring something to get to know them. Why don't you just hang out with me privately and be Don't be with another girl. Why couldn't you take 2 weeks out of your life to get to know me? If I knew this how it would be,
You would have ended things.
I wouldn't have married him.
the night from drifting away.
Harry, you're saying
Honestly, I wouldn't have.
things ended before you left Australia, or when you left Australia.
Damn.
You knew things were over.
It'll
Amber.
do for today.
Is that the timeline that you also agree with
I
after
used to. I
Australia?
ran for the fucking hills. No cameras around, where he asked, I was out of there.
So you guys were broken up then? When did no
No. If you look at our text messages, we weren't.
So you
We
were
had
upset
a
at each other.
disagreement. He said, I need some time. I said, I do too. Take all the time you want.
You just said you ran for the hills after
I
the
did.
show.
After
So we
we
broke up
did.
in Australia.
There's no breakup conversation.
There was a breakup conversation. Remember the car ride? When we drove to the airport, I was like, this is not gonna work. And we both agreed.
Warmth is gone.
So you land back here after Australia. Amber, you went back to Hawaii. Did you have contact?
And you'll miss
We're in
my
contact the whole time. I feel like he's acting clueless.
Yeah, we just wouldn't have that.
Yeah, we were talking the whole time. Over the time of you inviting to now into your life again, we were still talking. You apologize. You apologize. It's unfair for both of us.
It's fading slow and deep.
I let you into my life because I knew you were hurting. We connected on that. For you to play in my fucking face,
But I'll cry
you're disgusting.
myself.
Disgusting. You think it's great TV? Like with my heart? The vows you said to me with your fucking
The vow.
I told my dad you see how beautiful you are. He said it's
All of that was
yeah,
real.
nothing's real. You got on TV your whole life and you fucked with people your whole life. And you want to sit here and you don't want to admit to that? You're not
Why am I not admitted to that?
Harry.
One day I'll
Tell me what it is.
Let's rewind just for a second. We will come back to this, but the wedding from a that looks real. The feelings you have, the feelings Harry had. I'd love to believe that the love that was shared came from a real place.
honey, I'm
Were there real feelings there? Was there real love there?
For sure, yeah, I think in this environment,
now,
it's
honey,
very pure
I'm
and like,
free from your
it's hard to not go through experience together and have strong feelings for someone.
Amber, were the feelings that you shared for Harry during those moments real?
all I can
I believe that the man I met on that show
bless your
was someone who had went through something really hard, which I've been through, so much, and he wanted that. I felt that. I held space for his grief. I never, ever love bombed him. I didn't come on that show and say, yes, I'm ready to marry you. I respected your life so heavily that up until our last day, when you said you were confused between in and out, I said, make the best choice for yourself. Because I know that that's the
Fortunately,
best case
told my
scenario.
mama before I saw the sun.
That is how I felt towards this whole situation.
Said your
So for you
boy's
to
gonna
throw
love
at
too
me,
hard
it's good to
and break
leave. That
more than
fucking makes me feel horrible.
You gonna make sweet
I hold so
women
much space for you.
laugh and
I don't
cry
make a mockery out of marriage. I don't make it out of grief.
in a whole wide world.
It's not what I stand for. This is embarrassing.
Gonna ask him why,
It's embarrassing here.
I want to
but
give
you
you a
know
chance to
why
talk
I'm
about
torn.
how you felt.
Everybody
Oof. She's right though. It's
Yeah, I think
she said it perfectly.
I'm a midnight man. Everybody knows I'm torn.
saying at the start of the show, like, I'm not a perfect person. I'm trying to be better.
I got a black cat charm and a heart turned blue. Got a letter from my baby saying I'm done.
This is very difficult to be in a situation where you have 20 different personalities, all trying to learn about everyone in front of you and give everyone the right amount of energy, the right amount of time. It's very exhausting the first 2 days.
Gonna
So I've
make you
never been
good.
so
Lead me by my
drained and just wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing for everyone. Obviously, it's hard, but in that environment, as near the end got closer and closer, we just had so much fun. There was so many signs like that. Her family was amazing. Everyone was perfect around her. It was
But you know
so much fun.
I'm
We had really
torn.
good times.
Everybody
I could always count on that
knows
from
I'm
her.
torn.
So yeah, when we got to the final day, like the feelings were so real. It was very real. Like it was very special and meaningful. But then once we come out in real life, there's so much that comes in. So,
I know there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of real feelings that are you guys have been around a lot.
That's hard.
What was it about Amber that made you choose her? Because you ultimately did choose her to marry.
honestly, I think it was just the connection of grief and also just how much fun we were having all the time. It was just always light and giggly and sweet and exciting. Like our life is super exciting. Our friends are amazing and exciting. Like it's hard to not picture a perfect life with that and be excited about the future.
Amber, I know it's hard to get back into that mindset, but what was it at the time about Harry?
A lot of the same things, like you built your life, you've experienced lots of things in your life, and you've come to this moment, and you've taken it upon yourself, and I asked you on the show, with everything you've done in your life, do you feel like you're ready to make that shift? And he said, yeah.
Harry Worthy?
You know, I think I was really actively trying to figure it out, but I just don't think my person was here, and it's evident.
When did those cracks start showing? Just under the pressure of people taking pictures, under the pressure of the real world, having phones back. That's when you started to see cracks.
It's just difficult, like, to have a relationship where you can be so much yourself. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about making food or any of that stuff. And then coming in the real world, like, we couldn't even go to dinner.
Got a
Like,
black
it would be
king
so
glitter.
difficult to do anything outside. Like, we would try our hardest,
Came
but
this
then I always get the
very
text of, like, people spotted you here. It's very hard to explore a new relationship.
Yeah,
and to
black
learn about
king
someone when you always feel like you're being watched.
I
Came
think if
this
you knew
very
you were gonna do this show, and you were highly aware of how shows work, because you've done them before,
Said my
and you
baby
fall into
gone
this pattern with
away.
many girls from a show, where you have crossovers
Yeah,
with
my
girls,
good love
because the time you
so
film a
gone.
show to the time it comes out, you would know your tasks of keeping it private. So you're acting confused when really you knew who would be. There's so many amazing girls here who took you seriously. If this happened with any girl, you would have had to face this.
You can play for a
For
chance
me
at
that
a fantasy
favor.
jackpot up there in your exclusive games.
Ladies on my bed.
Because thrill time could be jackpot time on FanDuel Casino.
with that paper.
Amber, I know you talked a lot on the show about your fears of love. And it feels like there was a love.
I gotta go get the cooler bag for tomorrow. Check on the laundry. That be
Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor. Ain't no sound of laughing. Just a ghost at my door.
found it.
I said, Lord, have mercy. Take this pain from me. Yeah, Lord, have mercy. Take this pain from me. If I can't find peace in living, let that river set me free.
Awesome.
From the first moment I saw you, I knew I had to make you mine. Wanted to know everything about you. I didn't want to waste no time. What's something I can do for you, darling? That would make you smile. I'll bring you flowers, girl. Enough to see for miles. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow. But I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow. But I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. I love your style, and I love your grace. Said I love to put a smile on your pretty little face. I love it when you're close to me. That's where I want you to always be. I didn't know when I found you that I would find a love so true. And you can see it in my eyes. That girl, you've got me hypnotized. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow. But I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow. But I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter snow. But I promise you for sure, girl, my love is always yours. Something's changed, baby, this I know. Summer rains turn to winter.
Making a sandwich. Making turkey bacon.
Girl, my love is always
cucumbers, all the cheese, salt and pepper, butter, and turkey. Oh, you know what? Maybe some hot sauce. Why not? Give it a little. Awesome. Little hot dog sandwich. All right, we're back.
You
We still
not marrying Harry. Do you think that there was good, there was something good that came out?
I don't regret anything. If anything, it's an opportunity for me to see the type of woman I am on the show and outside of the show. I moved with Harry respectfully from the day I met him to the day he dismissed me from his life. I never once, like, moved in an intent where I could gain something from him. I was there for him, even on the day he went on his date with Danelle, and he told me he was gonna marry me. And he told me all these things. Like, I didn't regret that because I would never ever, like, take someone's. Yeah, we were in New Zealand. The setting was heavy. He was revisiting a lot of emotions, so I would never take that, lightly. So I'm grateful for the whole thing, and I knew we would have to sit back on this couch. I knew the wedding was gonna air. I stayed silent for a fucking year on this. I let the whole internet and the whole world drag me. I have more respect for this than he has. To find out she crossed me, this whole thing is a joke, it's good TV. To watch him do a whole PR campaign about finding a wife, she obviously went through pain in a wedding dress. I went through the shit silently. I spent the whole fucking year knowing how bad he played me, knowing I would have to show up to this, watch the tape, be quiet until this reunion.
wow.
Thank God I'm married. I went through those battles. But the reason I took him seriously was because he did want to start a family. He did want to, I know how fucking bad it hurts to lose someone. I cannot wait to actually walk the fuck out of here and never deal with this again. I don't want I'm completely removed from this. Honestly, emotionally, it's hard to revisit this because he did this so long ago, and then I had to sit on my couch and watch a wedding where the whole year I knew he was cheating on me, to watch these vows, to rewatch it, then to discover him and Danelle a week ago. Do you know what's going through my head the last fucking 6 weeks? The last 1 week? The last 6 days? I didn't get a bouquet of flowers after the finale. She did. Do you understand the hate comments I got? For his choice, and you don't want to back me up on that? For you cheating on me with your new girl? For you going to see him out? I don't know if you're proud of yourself, I wouldn't be, but I am, honestly. I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here.
Amber, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for sharing your story. I know it's really difficult on cameras in your lives to talk about these things really raw for emotions. So thank you for being vulnerable today. If you would like to stay,
Come here.
you have some more questions for him. Feel free to stay with the ladies. Harry wasn't alone on this journey. There were 3 people who went on this journey with him, who knew him far better than anyone else living in the house. They might not have helped him find what he wanted in the end, but Harry could always count on them to be fully honest. Amanda, Georgia, and Sunny. It's great to see
you guys. You guys look amazing. I know that you've been watching all of these conversations backstage, and a lot has happened. Just like you were watching them news. What are your thoughts?
Funny. A bit embarrassing, I'm gonna be honest. I know everyone's got their feelings, but we all entered into it. You know what we were getting into, and to come out here and just sit under a man who's doing his best to get to know everyone. You're all jumping on the same train. You're all kissing. You're all doing it. You're all turning up. Most of you are. So you all come out here and then you just slagging the man off. I find it's classless. That's what I feel.
Amanda, you were never afraid to get here to tell something in those moments.
They're all full of shit, man. It's all for shows. And she just spit facts, you know what I mean? Like, she was like, no, like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Master manipulator.
I just watched the whole thing you just said. So you got a different story to him. The fact that you're using his father's grief, don't get away from the fact that he can bear his grief whatever way he wants. It's his grief to hold and to carry. So don't use no.
You weren't there when he said
No, you're not in the house. No, I'll back him when I believe he's right. I back him when I believe he's right. I thought what you did was wrong. I didn't like it. You're better than that, so you shouldn't use his grief against him. He can parade that any way he wants. It's his thing to carry. And for you to go out there and say, oh, he used that, it's mad.
If you heard me correctly, I said he connected with Harry through our grief.
No, he used a TV show to parade his grief.
Take his grief seriously.
No, but you changed your tune. No,
When you guys were gone, the cameras were on, and I was the only one that was left with him with the way he treated me. That's the only reason I said that. You guys don't understand. You were in Australia. You don't know the details. So of course it feels frustrating to have to.
More people than him. And I see
Honey, I'm trying to explain my experience. And I know it's disheartening to hear this with your friend, but I was just sharing my side of the story of what happened.
I don't believe it to be true. I do want to interject.
You guys are cut from the same cloth.
I do want to interject.
Could see myself out of it.
You've known Harry for quite some time. You've dated Harry since you've grown up. Being in your shoes. What changes have you personally seen?
I mean, between our relationship, I've seen a lot. I don't know what Harry's like to date when I've dated him for 5 years. So, yeah, we didn't have the greatest relationship. There was a lot wrong with it on both sides. And I'm not trying to invalidate anyone's experience because of their experience. It's not to take from that. But also, he has grown a lot. He has matured a lot. It did seem like he was really ready for this. I think he did get it. But also, there is a lot that he did. So I'm not like, I don't want to sit here and say it was perfect. Definitely wasn't. I know it was. But difficult place for me to be in. Like, I love Harry. I love his girls too. I got along with one of them. I don't want to sit here and like play sides with anyone. I see where they're coming from. I see where he's coming from. It's a very unique experience that is very strange.
Playing the middle, are we, Georgia?
Dating 20 women to find a wife in a house.
Well, Amanda, I know that you're kind of like a big sister to Harry. Walk me through the changes you've seen in him, and maybe some of the moments where you saw him struggle with his old self.
You know, the thing is I didn't really know old Harry. I met Harry after he lost his dad, or while he was losing his dad, and we got very, very close. But what I do know is that before the show started, he was like studying up, reading books, really trying to like get into a good space, to get a clear head. I know that he really wanted his marriage to work. I know that he really wants a wife, and he really wants a family. And he might still be learning, but so is everybody. I'm very upset that it didn't.
How did I get here?
You know,
I ran into the guy known as menstruation.
sitting here healthy and we had a great
He's like,
experience.
oh, my 6'4" feminist piece. I'm like, bro.
There's gotta be some things, you know? I mean, that's just the reality of it.
There's a lot of emotions, responses that happened. She is like, there were, oh my gosh, she's the sweetest thing in the world. They all had respiratory infections. So right now I'm getting ready to give them their medicine, which includes
All the drama going on.
Come here. Okay, you guys want to go first? Here, Ontario. Get the jobs.
Here in Crystal Pier, fans on 24/7 local support. You can play over 3,000 beats right here.
Good job, Sarah. Good job. Let's get nervous for the sweet ones because a lot of times the sweet ones are sweet for a reason because they're not feeling good. So please survive. Listen to you all sneezy. Okay. So then we have the antibiotic. Okay. Show them how brave you are. No. Good job. Stand on them. Let's do the flower next. Hi, what are you doing back? Good.
I just got a tattoo. Can you tell where it is? Spoiler alert, it's right there. It's a cross, and I think that it's pretty tough. Comment down below if you like my new tattoo, and comment one cross emoji, one tree emoji, and one cheese emoji.
First message
End
I
video.
had when I opened my phone was from Harry. And it was a hilarious video, AI video, me and Abby getting dumped, and him crying. And he's Elvis, and he said, Abby, Emma, I'm sorry I broke up with you. And he's literally AI Elvis. I think since I wrapped filming, up until this day, I know it's a unique, maybe position to take, but Harry and I have grown to be really great friends. We talk pretty consistently, and the Harry that I know outside of the show versus inside of the show, two completely different people, and not for better or for worse. I just think that what we had in that experience, what we were incredibly close. There's so much to have in my corner, and I've gotten to know all the great, amazing sides of you, and I'm lucky to have that friendship. With that, I look at you as my brother. Sorry for tongue kissing, Brian, but I will be the first, and you know this, I'll be the first to say that you need to go get neutered, like if I feel that way. So I have no trouble checking you. All I know is that what I can say coming out of this, my personal experience, I learned so much about myself and what I'm looking for in a partner, things that excite me about a relationship and things that I'm looking for in a future husband. You also taught me many things that I don't want in a future husband, but that's okay. Done. And all I can say is, thank you for that. Like, I wouldn't be here with all of these women, all of these women that I consider my best close friends without you. And I also wouldn't know what I'm looking for in a husband without you too. So you contributed to all of that, and I'm very grateful. Breath of fresh air. That was not everybody give it up.
No, honestly, watching these two, it's so funny. Literally, it would be the funniest thing if you were just bored in their house. Just find them and then let them just entertain, because they would just be constant. There's a light breeze energy in this goes.
Thank you.
Alright, baby.
Well, obviously, Harry, things have not worked out as you had initially hoped.
Yeah.
Do you consider this a failure?
No, I think this was, a very unique and interesting experience. Very grateful for it all. Like, obviously, there's things you watch back, you're like, oh wow, should have, in hindsight, everything should have been done different. But it's very difficult to navigate a lot of those situations, but to be honest, like life has been so beautiful and so grateful for it all and where I'm at now. And yeah, I'm just really excited to put it behind me and just the next bit of it.
At the end of the day, everything that happened, I do want to thank all of you women for being a part of this, for being here. I know how difficult it is. Amber, I know how difficult this must have been. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing your heart, the things that were in your mind, for speaking honestly, for talking about your journey, for talking about your friendships. Georgia, Sunny, Amanda, thank you for being here, to being here and through it. I guess we are very grateful for their advice and their friendship. And Harry, thank you. I know no matter what happened, at the end of the day, it is very difficult to put yourself out there. It's difficult to make mistakes in front of a camera. It's difficult to own up to those mistakes. It's difficult to do any of this in front of a camera. So thank you so much to everyone. And lastly, thank you to all the people at home who watched. Thank you for all the questions that you sent in. Thank you for all the videos. Thank you for all the interest in the show. We literally couldn't have done it without you. I wish you guys the best of luck. You will all find love. I know that there's a person out there for everybody. Hopefully me included. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you for letting me be a small part of your journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Said my baby gone away.
Oh, the baby.
And my good luck so gone.
Here's your fucking ring, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
You think it's funny? Do you think it's funny? Relax.
What do you want? Why'd you throw it at me?
Because I don't fucking want it. Don't fucking yap on me. Literally. Harry, this ends here. Don't fucking talk or post about me.
Leave me alone. I want you to leave me alone.
Okay, good. You're a fucking weirdo. Stop posting me on Snapchat. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Hey, sorry. You think someone is a fucking disgusting person? The last year,
Harry, I know it's been an emotional night. Barely been able to get a word in. But I would like to give you a chance to share your experiences.
Yeah, I just think that looking back, just full of gratitude. Obviously, this has been a very fiery afternoon, and warranted it. Everyone is entitled to feel how they feel. I think looking back at this whole experience, it's so difficult to keep 20 friends happy, let alone 20 fiancés happy. Like everyone has got different things that they were clearly upset about, and I don't want to discount that at all.
When you first decided that you wanted to do this experience, what were you hoping to come from?
I think when I walked into the house, I was hoping to find a wife. I was hoping to go into this experience and learn so much about myself. I don't think anyone really knows if they're ready for marriage until they find the right person. On this whole experience, you see me actively dealing with grief. Like I don't think anyone knows how to deal with grief properly. It's not linear. It just doesn't stay the same all the time. It's an up and down, ebb and flow. So I think walking into this, I was hopeful that it was the right situation and that I'd find my person. Unfortunately, I didn't, but I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about what I want and what I definitely don't want in a person. And I'm grateful that I did this because it led me to my forever person. And I couldn't be more thankful. And I understand that, everyone is entitled to their feelings and opinions, but
If
at
I
the end
can't
of the day,
find
I'm
peace
the
and
most amazing
living,
love and the most amazing human in my life.
let that
And I
river
wouldn't
set
change any of this for the world because I wouldn't have met her if I didn't go through this. So I'm really grateful that the universe made this all happen and brought me to my peace and my person.
Do you believe that you're genuinely ready for marriage now? Or do you think that maybe someday in the future you will be?
Well, I believe if I say that I'm ready for marriage now, it's probably going to bite me in the bum. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think I've found the perfect person that makes me want to be a husband and makes me want to be the best man possible. And I'm really grateful for it all. So hopefully she'll have me. Then
Your dad was, of course, a huge motivating factor for you throughout this entire experience. You sought his advice on more than one occasion. What advice do you think your dad would give you right now?
Get out of this room run away. Don't have to deal with this stuff. No, I think that you know, it's
They had wranglers on set, which were these people that kind of took care of us. So when we were all each individually trapped in our own hotel room, a wrangler would come every couple of hours and take us on an hour walk or to the gym for an hour or just to get out and move around. But we had to keep it really quiet and secretive so we wouldn't run into another girl. Like, I remember this one time, me and Vinny were walking, and they had like little walkie-talkies.
Well, that was a shit show. Shit show. Review? 12 out of 10.